Hi everybody, this is Tiffany from Aisle 21 and today I'm going to be showing you how you can use a tea bag to extend your nail. Now the first thing I'm going to be doing here is just kind of cleaning up my cuticle, roughing up the natural nail so that tea bag will have something to adhere to. So anyways, let's get started. As you can see, this poor nail, I broke it. It was so sad. So the few things that you're going to be needing is, of course, a tea bag and some base coat. I'm going to be using our 2-in-1 base coat today. And for your tea bag, this is actually like a real tea bag. I just emptied all the tea that was inside of it. And next, you're going to be wanting to go ahead and just cut off a little square. Start with it a little bit bigger than your nail. Of course, as you can see, I went a little bit bigger than needed, but that's okay because as you can see, we're going to be cutting it down even further. So just cut it down, measuring it from your sidewall to sidewall, and you just want to, get that kind of measured up. You can go a little bit bigger if you need to, because you can always cut it down more rather than cutting it too short to begin with. So after you have measured and you feel like it's a good fit for your nail, the first thing you want to do is grab your base coat, and I like to put a layer on the whole nail at first and just let that dry. I just like doing it. Kind of evens out, your nail bed a little bit. And then what we're going to do is let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to come back in with a second coat, and then we're going to add that tea bag in. So go ahead and start your second coat there. And as you can see, I'm doing about half the nail. And then I'm going to take that tea bag and I'm going to put it up about halfway to 3/4 of the nail. And then you just want to lay it flat on, and then take your fingers and just, like a sticker, gluing on stickers. And then taking the sides there and trimming it down a little bit. It was a little bit too wide, so I am trimming it down now. And then I'm using my other thumb to just measure to see how long it is. I'm going to keep it a little bit longer than my other one because I'm going to be doing some filing. So after you get that on, next is to put another layer of base on it, and then we're going to let that dry. And I'm going to be squeezing the sides there just a little bit just to start shaping it. So you can, if you have a pinching tool, this is a good time to go ahead and do a little bit of pinching. So after that base coat has dried, we're going to go ahead and start dipping into our clear and put another layer of base on. Sometimes I just can't talk. So put another layer of base on, and now go ahead and start dipping into your clear. So this is going to start giving you that strength. And again, you don't have to use a pinching tool. If you don't have one, just use your fingers. It just might get on your fingers a little bit. So the reason why I am pinching it, and this is crucial, when you want to really pinch it while that dip is drying, because that's what's going to give you your form. It's going to form it for you because you want that kind of C curve. It looks a little wonky right now, but trust me, it is going to look amazing. So go ahead and brush off the excess and get you another layer in of clear, because we're gonna be filing it, this baby. I tell you what, your file is your best friend. You can make something ugly and make it beautiful just by filing. So again, another layer, dipping it into clear, getting your pinching tool, and go ahead and just pinch it. Again, if you don't have it, you can use your fingers. You just want to pinch it so that you have that nice natural curve. And such a funny thing is, I think this nail ended up coming out so much more beautiful than my natural nail. Almost makes me want to just do all of my nails this way, but it can be a little bit time consuming. So yeah, just kind of looking at it, seeing how it looks. We're gonna brush off this excess. I'm gonna go ahead and activate it now, and I'm gonna do a little bit of filing. So just use your activator if you have the spray on, if you have a dropper, or our brush on. We're gonna let that dry. So during this time it is drying, you are still going to be able to curve it. I say curve it, I mean shape it with your finger a little bit, that way you can have that C curve. So it's a great time. And then just let it dry. And then after that is dried, see, I'm checking it right there. It is not perfect, but just wait, hang on. It's gonna look great when we are finished. Okay, guys. Now we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just start filing it a little bit, getting a little bit of the shape going, and we are gonna do another couple more dips afterwards. This is just kind of the first file, just so I can kind of get some of the bumps out, and then we're gonna go back in, shaping the sides up, and then I'm gonna go back in and we're gonna do another dip of it. So I'll let you guys kind of hang out and watch me file for a sec. Alright, so I've really filed that down, just made it a little bit smoother. It is pretty thin, so I do want to come back and put another layer of clear on it. And this time I am going all the way up to the cuticle with my base and dipping it into the clear. This is just going to be adding some more strength to it, and also I like the apex of my thumb, so that's one of the reasons why I like doing this. So I don't have the best thumbs as far as curvature, so I kind of have to manipulate it a little bit, even with this tip on. So as you can see, I'm kind of putting a little dot there in the center, and I put way too much. So watch this. Yeah, see how it just totally limped up on me there? But if that happens, no worries. Just kind of pat it down a little bit and then go back in. It's probably going to be a little wet, and I just went back in and dipped it one more time. And even if it's lumpy, no worries. We're going to take care of that with the file. And after that, we're going to activate one more time. The nail is looking pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy. So this time, going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to do some hand filing, and then I'm going to come in with my e-file and just really get it shaped up. One thing that I do like to do is when I come back in is kind of go underneath a little bit just to clean it up. Just real quick, very gentle. And when I am filing, I always try to file around the side walls and on the tip, and always make those a little bit thinner, trying to leave the center as high and thick as possible, and that gives you that nice apex. So just go ahead and brush off, and look how much better this nail looks, guys. Now this one is ready for dipping. Doesn't it look amazing? What do you guys think?